Men, parents, and friends of the graduating class of 2011. In an effort to make this ceremony a meaningful and dignified one, we would ask you to abide by the following guidelines. Please turn off all cell phones and pagers. For your safety, please avoid standing or leaning against the balcony rail. Please remember that each graduate wants to hear the name of each graduate. Please refrain from cheering, screaming, or yelling when your graduate is announced so that the name of the next graduate can be heard. All of our students have earned and are due your respect. Please do not draw attention from each and every deserving graduate. We thank you for helping us to make this commencement one of our best. And now, please rise and welcome the class of 2011.
What so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Rachel Holler, and I'm the principal of Norristown Area High School. On behalf of the administration, faculty, staff, and students of Norristown Area High School and the Academic Academy at Roosevelt, as well as the administration and Board of School Directors of the Norristown Area School District, it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 149th annual commencement exercises. Today we are honoring the 373 graduates of the class of 2011. As we begin, I would like to thank the faculty choir under the direction of Mrs. Danoff and the members of our band and orchestra under the direction of Mr. Trujillo for contributing their musical talents to our commencement this afternoon. Joining me on stage this afternoon are a number of school and school district dignitaries. As I introduce them to you, I ask that they each stand briefly. Please hold your applause until all participants have been recognized. On my left in the front row, Mr. Tracy Presley, President Class of 2011. Ms. Grace Waweru, Secretary, Class of 2011. Dr. Samuels, Superintendent of Schools. Mrs. Ash, President, Board of School Directors. Ms. Chagan, Chief Academic Officer. Mrs. Smith, Board of School Directors. Mrs. Ossenmacher, Board of School Directors. Mrs. Morrison-Bellamy, Board of School Directors. In the second row, Mr. Flexner, Sponsor, Class of 2011. Mr. Howell, Board of School Directors. Dr. Mothy, Board of School Directors. Mr. Melnick, Board of School Directors. On my right in the front row, Miss Allison Bateman, valedictorian. Miss Andrea Stickley, salutatorian. Miss Simpkins, principal of Roosevelt. Mr. Brenner, vice principal. Mrs. Dunstan, vice principal. Mr. Robbins, vice principal. Mr. Smith, vice principal. In the second row, Mr. Saheem Wallace, President, Class of 2012. Mr. John Wotan, Secretary, Class of 2012. Ms. Pierce, Board of School Directors, and Ms. Shinosky, Board of School Directors. We thank all of them for joining us this afternoon. I am pleased to note that today's commencement is being broadcast live on NASD TV, cable channel 28 and 45, and using our own resources, we are broadcasting live on the internet, which means that family and friends from throughout the world may be with us in real time this afternoon. To all of you, greetings from Norristown. We are happy to have you join us today. Our first speaker this afternoon finished her high school career ranked second in the class academically. She participated in many activities while at the high school, including serving as co-historian of the class of 2011, recording secretary and vice president of student council, captain of the soccer team, participant in basketball, cross-country, and swimming teams during various years, and a manager of the baseball team. She has received numerous awards, including the President's Education Awards, Yale University Book Award, Society of Women Engineers Award, Principal's Leadership Award, and Bausch and Lomb Award. She will be attending Widener University in the fall and is the recipient of a full tuition Widener Scholarship. She plans to major in political science. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the class of 2011 salutatorian, Miss Andrea Stickley.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, faculty, administration, parents, families, friends, and of course, the class of 2011. On behalf of the class, I would like to welcome you to such a joyous occasion and thank you for coming. It's hard to believe that we have finally made it to this day. I remember thinking freshman year that this day would never come, but now it has. And with this day comes the bittersweet goodbyes of leaving behind our friends and the elation of what is to come. I want to take you back to a moment in time 2 years ago when a man got the call, went through his windup, and threw the pitch, when the crowd went wild and everyone piled up on the mound. And all you hear is Harry Callis screaming, "World champions! We're the 2008 world champions!" I'm talking about the moment when the Phillies won the World Series at the beginning of our sophomore year. For those of you who know me, you know how momentous of an event this was to me. But it is not the only major event that has happened during our 4-year high school career. I would like to take the time today to tell the story about those major events and what they mean to us on a day like today. Our freshman year started off with political unrest in the Middle East, which escalated military attacks. We also watched as the stock market plunged and our parents became stressed from money worries. As we transitioned into sophomore year, not only did the World Series event occur, but we also witnessed as our nation was changed forever with the election of the first African American president. At the end of that year, we ourselves experienced a change with Mr. Howe leaving and Dr. Holler becoming the new principal. Then came our junior year. For us, it means crunch time because we have to start preparing for college and thinking about our own futures, but the world still continues on around us. For some unknown reason, during our junior year, multiple school shootings occurred across the country. This in turn heightened security at schools and raised issue about the safety of students because nobody knew what was going to happen next. And finally, our senior year. Senior year is all about us, applying to college, getting acceptance letters, and finally, making the decision about what school we are going to attend in the fall. It all leads up to today. But what do all of these events that have occurred over the past 4 years have to do with us? Why should things that happened halfway across the country and even halfway around the world matter to us? It's because we are the future. We are the ones who will one day be making the difference and be a part of events similar to these. One of us may be the next high school principal, or a Major League Baseball player, or part of the military, or the doctor who saves the lives of victims of school shootings, or even the next president of the United States. The doors to life have now been opened for us, and we have the opportunity to step through those doors and become anything that we want. It is up to us to create our futures, whether it is college, a job, a trade school, the military, or wherever we have chosen to go next. The decision is ours and ours alone. It is such a huge responsibility, but one that I know we are ready to face. The fact that we are all sitting here today proves to me that we are ready. If we can survive 4 years at Norristown, then I'm pretty sure we can face whatever the world has to throw at us. So be proud, class of 2011. Be proud of what you have accomplished this far in your life and what you are capable of doing in the future. For the faculty and administration, be proud of the knowledge you have bestowed upon these students and what they have done with it. And most importantly, to those parents, families, and friends sitting out there today, be proud of who these young adults have become because they have grown up so successfully. Just because we walk out of these doors today doesn't mean that our story ends here. This has only been 4 years of our lives. A new chapter is just beginning. A chapter that holds so much potential for everyone. But for now, let us bask in the glory of being able to officially call ourselves high school graduates. Thank you.
Good afternoon. The key of knowledge was presented to the school by the class of 1904 to be given to each successful class for 50 years. This period elapsed in 1954 and the key was retired. To perpetuate the tradition of this ceremony, a new key was presented to the class by the class of 1954. This key was retired by the class of 2004. This new key was presented to the class of 2005 to be passed down for the next 50 years. We are proud to present the class of 2012 with this key of knowledge. On behalf of the class of 2011, I, Grace Wawero, present this key of knowledge to the class of 2012 with best wishes for a happy and successful senior year.
Thank you. On behalf of the class of 2012, I, John Wotan, am honored to accept the key of knowledge. We would like to congratulate the class of 2011 and wish them the best of luck in the future.
Our next speaker completed her high school career ranked first in the class academically. She has participated in a wide variety of activities while at the high school, including serving as co-vice president of the class of 2011, the Key Club secretary and vice president, co-president of the National Honor Society, and captain of the girls' swim team. She is also an active DECA participant and was a district and state winner, as well as a national qualifier. She has received numerous awards, including the NAHS Parents Club Award in English, the Women's Club of West Norden Memorial Award, the President's Education Award, the Emergency Aid Founders Award, the Principal's Leadership Award, the Harvard Book Club Award, and the Society of Women Engineers Award. She represented Norristown Area High School at this year's Best of the Class program. She will be attending Purdue University with a Presidential Scholarship and the John C. and Shara Haas Scholarship. She plans to major in chemical engineering. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the class of 2011 valedictorian, Allison Bateman.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, teachers and administrators. I speak on behalf of Norristown Area High School's class of 2011 when I invite you to share this special day with us. I'd like to tell a story that will showcase today's theme, growing up. About a month and a half ago, I was sitting on a plane with my best friend to my left and an older gentleman to my right. For those of you who know me, you know I love to talk and get to know people. I engaged in polite conversation with the kind stranger, only to find that our conversation turned out to be the length of the 2.5-hour plane ride. At the end of our conversation, the gentleman said, "I've met many fine folks from Norristown, and they have come to show me how your institution far exceeds the reputation it's given." His statement made me think. We live in a world that stereotypes us and categorizes us. By us, I mean individuals. The class of 2011 has grown up together. Some of us have been here since elementary school, and others of us have only been here for the high school years. For the most part, we have grown up in an environment where our friends, acquaintances, and teachers have come to learn what categories or roles we fall into. Although these perceptions may have influenced who we were in high school or what kinds of outside activities we participated in, if any, they allowed us to find our niches in the school community. And I can't say, because I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. Did we lose ourselves along the way? Did we ever really find ourselves? Or did we prove wrong the preconceptions people had of us? I think back to the man on the plane. He didn't know me. He had never seen me before, and I never formally told him my name. But I surprised him. I stepped out of the teenage stereotype, and I impressed him. I didn't laundry list accomplishments or use big words. I was just a girl who loved to talk and listen. I challenge you as you go off into the world to prove people wrong. The new people you will meet don't know or care who you were or weren't in high school. They don't know or care what you did or didn't do. Impress them. I surveyed members of the senior class with this question: if you could go back and change people's perceptions of you, what would you do or say differently? Before I share some answers with you, I'd like to say the responses I got surprised me. They impressed me. They changed me. I want people to listen to what I have to say. I'm not just some joke. I wanted to participate, but I didn't feel welcomed. I had a rough childhood. I wish people wouldn't change for their high school friends. It's just high school. Stop labeling me. When I took the time to ask, and the class of 2011 took the time to tell, we all learned something. Our images of each other were distorted, obscured by the roles we had to see past. E.E. Cummings once wrote, "It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are." Well, Mr. E.E. Cummings, I don't agree with that quote. Not anymore. It takes courage to grow up and show who you really are. It's hard to become and find the person you want to be. It's even harder to prove to yourself that you became that person. Congratulations, class of 2011.
Each year, the president of the graduating senior class passes a cap and a gown down to the president of the next senior class. With this cap and gown, we are passing down all of the responsibilities and traditions we hope you, the class of 2012, will uphold as seniors. On behalf of the class of 2011, I, Tracy Presley, am proud to present this cap and gown to the president of the class of 2012, Mr. Saheem Wallace.
As president of the class of 2012, I, Saheem Wallace, am honored to accept this cap and gown as a symbol of honor and excellence. By accepting this cap and gown, the class of 2012 will continue to uphold the traditions of honor and excellence associated with it. We wish the class of 2011 the best of luck in the future. Thank you.
We now have some awards to hand out. The first is the Phi Beta Kappa Award. This award is presented to a graduating senior who is outstanding in scholarship, character, intellectual curiosity, and integrity. Congratulations, Andrea Stickley. The Helen Bickings Schartzer Memorial Award. This award is given to worthy graduating seniors with superior scholastic achievement. This year's recipients: Alfonso DeSantis, Andrea Stickley, Allison Bateman. The Student Services Valedictory Award. This is an award given in recognition of the class valedictorian for academic achievement and excellence. Congratulations, Allison Bateman. The Eagle's Nest Awards. The Eagle's Nest Awards are given to the 10 students with the highest academic ratings: Makiba Robinson, Janelle Forsyth, Grace Waweru, Belinda Nguyen, Gabrielle Berry, Mary Beth O'Connor, Kevin Utz, Alfonso DeSantis, Andrea Stickley, and Allison Bateman. Congratulations to all of our award winners. As I was preparing my remarks for this special day, a television commercial came to mind. You may have seen it. It shows people doing nice things for someone else. And the witness to this kind gesture, the perfect stranger, actually in turn does a kind act for someone else. It's a pay it forward kind of moment. One good act leads to another. Each day we have multiple opportunities to do those small, kind gestures. It might be letting someone go in front of you in a line of traffic, holding a door open for someone, or helping someone with a heavy load. But it ends up having that potential for someone else to pay it forward. Nowadays, we are so inundated with technology, with distractions, with our own problems, that we often don't take the time to notice the world around us and help each other. We are selfish, and we worry about ourselves rather than taking a brief moment to help someone in need. Let's be honest. How much time do we really save if we block out someone from pulling into a lane of traffic ahead of us? How does it really feel to ignore or simply pass by that person with a heavy load? What is the cost involved with paying it forward? Sometimes it is hard to do the right thing, to stand up for what you believe in, to go the extra mile. But if you start small with those kind gestures, I think that in time it leads to the possibility of truly making a difference. And that is what I want you to take away from my message today as you leave Norristown Area High School and head out into the world. The concept of making a difference, of paying it forward. Those who make a difference will impact others around them and will help this often impersonal world and society become a better place. If you look at each day as a new opportunity to make a difference to someone else, whether it is a family member, a friend, or a perfect stranger, like in the commercial, your life will hold meaning and purpose. Making a difference doesn't mean that there will not be bumps in the road. There will be. Making a difference doesn't mean that everything will go your way or you will always get what you want. However, making a difference will bring purpose to your life and value to others' lives. And who knows what that difference might lead to when others see the example that you set. We heard from Andrea about your future and your potential, and Allie shared with us her story on the plane and how important it is to show who you are. By making a difference, little by little each day, Andrea and Allie's messages will come to life for you. I'm going to end my remarks with something that reminds me about the difference that you can make in the world. The starfish story, developed by Lauren Isley, is one of my favorites. It goes like this. One day, a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a boy picking something up and gently throwing it into the ocean. Approaching the boy, he asked, "What are you doing?" The youth replied, "Throwing starfish back into the ocean. The surf is up and the tide is out. If I don't throw them back, they'll die." "Son," the man said, "don't you realize there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish? You can't make a difference." After listening politely, the boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it back into the surf. Then, smiling at the man, he said, "I made a difference for that one." As graduates, I am confident that at least someone else in the audience, a parent, a relative, a friend, a teacher, threw you back into the ocean when you might have been stagnant on the beach. I hope you will now look for ways to save the starfish of the world yourselves, symbolically making that difference each day and showing the world who you truly are. You are ready to make the difference. Pay it forward. Congratulations again to each of you in the class of 2011. And at this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you our superintendent, Dr. Janet Samuels.
Good afternoon. It is my distinct honor to address the Norristown Area High School graduating class of 2011. Today marks a significant milestone in the lives of students that are sitting here among us. Our Norristown Area High School students will join more than 3.2 million graduates from across our great nation as they officially enter a world that is globally and culturally interconnected and changing with each nanosecond. As part of the Paths to Excellence, our strategic initiative that ensures that students are post-secondary ready or prepared, I encourage you to take a look at the program to see some of the colleges and universities that our amazing graduates will attend. According to the 21st Century Workforce Commission National Alliance of Business, the current and future health of America's economy depends on how broadly and deeply Americans reach a new level of literacy that includes strong academic skills, thinking, the ability to reason, teamwork skills, and the proficiency in the area of technology. The diploma that our graduates receive today is only one component to help them navigate through a rapidly changing world. The diploma that our graduates are receiving today is only one tangible sign that they are preparing head-on to face the advancements and challenges of the 21st century. To our graduates, as you navigate the amazing world in which we live, it is extremely important that you understand and demonstrate the virtue of self-discipline. In the words of George Washington, discipline is the soul of an army. It makes small numbers formidable, procures success to the weak, and esteem to all. In other words, for success to occur, it takes discipline. To our graduates, your ability and willingness to discipline yourself to accept personal responsibility for your life is essential to happiness, health, success, achievement, and personal leadership. There is a staggering statistic that indicates that at least 85% of the population never accepts complete responsibility for their lives. These individuals continually complain, criticize, make excuses, and blame others for their unhappiness in life. As graduates, it is extremely important that you exercise self-discipline and courage to face the experiences of life that await you. It is important to address the fear that sometimes you may feel. Fortunately, all fears are learned. No one is born with any fears. Fear, therefore, can be unlearned by practicing self-discipline over and over with regard to fear. It is vital that you have courage. Mark Twain stated that courage is not the absence of fear, it is the control of fear, mastery of fear. Every time you repeat the words, "I can do it" with conviction, you cancel and override your fear and increase your confidence. All right, graduates, now join me. I need you to repeat with conviction. I can do it. Let me hear you. Say it again like you mean it. By repeating this affirmation over and over, you can eventually build your courage and confidence to the point where you are unafraid. To our parents and guardians and loved ones that are here today, it will take your conviction to support and encourage our young people to help them believe and demonstrate that they really can do it. You will often hear me say that we have great students in the Norristown area school district. Our graduates sitting here today are just an example of that. They are indeed great students. As I thought about our graduates today, I began to think of diamonds in the rough. When thinking about diamonds, we know that they are our world's most precious and cherished stone. As our students tackle their fears and face the challenges of life, we must support them and remind them that they are our most precious and cherished resource. When gemologists describe diamonds, there are specific qualities and characteristics that are used, such as brilliance, inclusion, sparkle, scintillation. Brilliance is the internal and external reflection of the light to the eye of a gemstone. There is brilliance in each and every one of our graduates. We must help them see and realize their brilliance. Inclusions are the natural impurities present in a diamond that are formed during the crystallization process. Inclusions can be the minute birthmark, specks, or bubbles on diamonds. We must help our graduates celebrate and be proud of the natural and unique qualities they each possess. Sparkle is the flashing effect produced when a diamond is moved in the light. As we help our graduates understand that as they move through this world of light, they must never lose the sparkle, excitement, passion, and sense of wonder that lies within each of them. Scintillation is the twinkling of light that occurs when diamonds are moved, even by a fraction. A well-cut and faceted diamond will capture light from the slightest flicker of a candle. A diamond's beauty, a diamond's unique beauty, the spectacular light show that it puts on, is captured in every stone. Our graduates must seize each moment and every experience, no matter how minute, that life may bring and turn into an opportunity, and have the fortitude and courage and belief that they can do it. And they must maximize, truly maximize, the unique and special beauty that lies within each of them. As our graduates move through life, we must encourage them to exercise self-discipline and demonstrate courage and understand that they are indeed our most cherished and precious resource. As graduates and our Norristown Area High School Diamonds, it is through education and that sparkle and promise of success and social equity and that the American dream will indeed become a reality. Please join me in proudly saluting the class of 2011. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce an advocate for children, our school board president, Mrs. Denise Ash.
Good evening, and welcome aboard the Paths to Excellence Flight 2011, leaving the Norristown Area School Eagle Station on this Friday, June the 10th. In order to complete the first chapter in the district-wide commitment to prepare you for the 21st century, we ask that you will all make a commitment to be a lifelong learner. Each of you were equipped with an itinerary at least 12 years ago of internal measures outlining your progress to arrive at this positive outcome. If at any time during the next few minutes you feel a little lightheaded, contribute it to the sudden drop in the mental pressure that is caused by the excitement of this moment. All staff members aboard respect your uniqueness and your special talents as you come together today representing one of the most diverse school districts in Montgomery County. We are all proud of those of you who have overcome obstacles to be here today, as much of those of you who have raised the bar for others to follow in the years to come. You have reached a cruising altitude for the next chapter of the Paths to Excellence, but you must continue to use the tools and internal measures bestowed upon you to increase your level of maturity, stability, dedication, and wisdom. You have mastered the skills to be college ready. You will soon arrive at your destination with preparation and determination to be part of the sustainability and growth of the community. Observe those around you that have made an investment in your future. They are seated to your right and to the left, as well as in the overhead compartment. Each of them will be waiting to pick you up and place you back on the path if you feel that you're unable to do so by yourself. Make a mental note to put it in your bucket list to thank them all one day. Please refrain from using electronic devices. Sit up straight at all times. Hold your head high, because soon you will flip your tassels to begin a new form of education. Soak up all those frequent flyer learner points as you continue to grow. You will never know everything. You will always be learning. But now, more than ever, we can't afford to fall behind the times. That means that we all must remain lifelong learners. And those of you graduating here today know that better than anyone. This is the beginning of a new life. As we begin to find a descent into the next chapter of your life, many of you will head back to school to continue your education. Some of you will begin your careers. But today, my advice to you is the same. Keep learning, because you just never know what life has in store for you next. When you depart as the newest members of Flight 2011, no matter what you do in life, I want to encourage you all to continue to find some way to give back. The impact of that choice will not only improve the lives of others, it will enlarge and enrich yours as well. Explore all possibilities. We, the members of the Norristown Area School Board of Directors, along with those who are celebrating here with you today, salute the new group of lifelong learners en route to greatness. So go forward, believe in yourself, never give up. And today is the beginning of a new journey, a great adventure, a life lived well with purpose. Norristown is just one step in your path to excellence, but may you all excel in all the paths you choose to take in years to come. Continue to be the best of the best. Thank you and congratulations, Class 2011.
I'll ask Dr. Samuels, Superintendent of Schools, to come forward.
It is my privilege and pleasure to present a diploma for special recognition in obtaining the highest scholastic average to the valedictorian of the class of 2011. Please join me in saluting Allison Bateman. Once again, it is my pleasure to introduce our school board president, Miss Denise Ash.
Thank you. It is now my privilege and pleasure to present the diploma for the special recognition in obtaining the second highest scholastic achievement to the salutatorian of the class of 2011, Mrs. Andrea Stickley.
Mr. Flexner, class of 2011 sponsor, will now award diplomas to the senior class officers. President Tracy Presley. Co-Vice President Jade Jarvis. Recording Secretary of the class, Grace Wareru. Treasurer, Mary Beth O'Connor. Correspondence Secretary, Theo Ellis. Co-historian, Lachey Sewell. The class of 2011, through Mr. John Doyle, would now like to speak to their parents and friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the class of 2010 and the class officers you see standing here before you, We thank you for joining us on this special occasion. As the presentation of diplomas is about to begin, the graduates would like to request that the audience hold their applause and refrain from any sudden outbursts. Each of these students has worked very hard for this day, and we would all like to hear their names read and have their guests hear their names read as well. Immediately following the presentation of diplomas, Dr. Holler will present the class to Dr. Samuels, and Dr. Samuels will accept the class and confer graduation. At that point, Dr. Holler will present the class to the audience for your warm and enthusiastic response. We respectfully ask that the entire audience hold their applause so our commencement will be a more joyous one. Thank you.
We will now announce the names of the graduates. Graduates, please stand.
Alfonso DeSantis.
Kevin Utz.
Gabrielle Berry.
Belinda Nguyen.
Janelle Forsyth.
Makiba Robinson.
Karen Salinas.
Matthew Daniel Grill.
Nicholas David Gresh.
Kristen Baxter.
Kirby Gordon.
Jacob Richard Nassif.
Zachary Storm Hollick.
Sabrina Lynn Hillenbrand.
Andrea Rozecki.
William Charles Bates II.
Joseph Rising.
Jenna Kenny.
Megan Lynn Allberger.
Rashad Allison.
Justin Leland Jefferson.
Caitlin Ann McLean.
Kelsey Margovich.
Corey Bernard Jones.
Josiah Gasanja.
Bianca Brown.
Selenia Teo.
Christopher J. O'Brien.
David Bernard Webb, Jr.
Dominique Rose Votto.
Kayla Keys.
Tyler Ryan Hollingsworth.
Nicholas E. Fazio.
Kristen Tyler Felton.
Jessica Sigg.
Andrew Cryer.
Matthew Janis.
Stephanie Marie Felton.
Caitlin J. Murray.
Patrick Anthony Mandarak.
John W. Bono.
Jessica Robinson.
Sierra Charisse Mead.
Isaiah David Green.
Jared Z. Bland.
Crystal C. Watkins.
Brianna Ebony Amos.
Tahid Shakir Pollard.
J.D. Edgard.
Chastity Shanae Jones.
Jacqueline Grace Lloyd.
Denzel E. Edwards.
Torrance Vernon Edwards.
Latasha Hill.
Alicia Love Rayhot.
Daniel J. Drummond.
Edwin Page, Jr.
Tanisha Nicole Howard.
Jennifer Coogan.
Rashid Naeem Johnson.
Aaron Wesley Gordon.
Raquel Jones.
Marilyn Reyes.
Tevin Bush.
Kevin Walsh.
Claudia Cervantes.
Anayele Gomez.
David Scott Jones.
Robert B. Kriegemeyer,
Ashley Reitheimer,
Dolly Grabowski,
Christopher Francis Green,
Rodney Royster,
Tashoy Bridget Asan,
Madeline Klein,
James Rogers Spadassino,
Sam Cronister,
Prerna Ganguly,
Sierra Gordon,
Tyler Matthew Steffi,
Jeffrey Farrell,
Sierra Dale Salters,
Sarah Denise Ramsey,
Timothy Scott Setzler,
Tyrese M. White,
Keisha Anne Marie Go,
Jasmine L. Rouse,
Fernando Montero,
Deantre Brown,
Kiana J. Littles,
Bashira Broughton,
Jermaine Deshawn Hill,
Dante Graham Montague,
Danielle Lakeisha McNeil,
Stephanie Marie Gillette,
Kayshawn Wilson,
Tom Biddy,
Victoria Hagel,
Amanda Marie Stemple,
Jonathan Martinez,
George Luis Cardenas,
Sabrina Marie Mead,
Brianna Rose Gallette,
Michael Occlusion,
Alexander Kang Dow,
Kate Thomas,
Caitlin M. McMichael,
Tyler Mikeem Smith,
Benjamin Vaughn,
Taylor Workeiser,
Abigail R. Swan,
Matthew Puleo,
Luke DeBusolo,
Alexandra Silks,
Kelly Campbell,
Ryan Thomas Moran,
John Iorio,
Kristen Baker,
Amber Lee Bradley,
Brandon Eugene Parker,
Almarico Chinchilli,
Sierra Chanel Diaz,
Caitlin Ashley Power,
Stephen Anthony Russo Jr.,
Jonathan Kennedy,
Elisa Wernicki,
Jessica Lynn Perkins,
Anthony Ryan Donolfi,
Jonathan J. Flannery Matthews,
Nicole Amanda Stein.
Caitlin Blake.
Doug Furlano.
Christopher Morton.
Soya Janos Woodridge.
Carissa McGowan.
Jasper J. Benson.
Angel Then.
Ruthanna Marie Witherite.
Heather Williams.
Darian Jamal Hill.
Alex J. Miller.
Monica McGuire.
Jaleesa Keach.
Christian Angelucci.
Michael Boyd.
Lene Rochelle Gross.
Christy Ramos.
Colin Breyer.
Stephen Patrick Barniak.
Erica Elena Eppright.
Angelique Vouse.
Jordan J. Dunyan.
Samuel Matthew Ginyard.
Ziomara Anais Cosme.
Stephanie A. Bonner.
Edgar Simon.
Zachary McAvoy.
Kalis Harris.
Marlene Hope Barron.
Kendall Mead.
Michael Panfile.
Shaniqua Harrington.
Jennifer Phillips.
Darren Webb.
Hochi Roberts.
Marilyn Garcia Cortez.
Tyrena Good.
Jonathan Donovan.
Alex Ramon Robles.
Cynthia Denise Castillo Oreo.
Brianna Lachey Holland Milligan.
Daniel Anderson.
Carlos Ivan Hernandez Sanchez.
Diera Mayo.
Bria Nichelle Mack.
Sebastian Gretel.
Justin A. Lyons.
Sarita Martin.
Brielle Elise Kleinert.
Eric Martin.
Kamal Riddick.
Anye Sherelle Bailey Worthy.
Brittany Yvonne Ann Kleppinger.
Royce Suber Jr.
Brady Watkins.
Amaris Rivera.
Betsabeth Lopez.
Manasseh Phelps.
Kevin Alberto Teo.
Julia Santoro.
Marina Torres Tepote.
Dans Nguyen.
Alexander Martin.
Maeve Catherine Rooney.
Lynette B. Armas.
Anthony Boy.
Kyle Stevens.
Janelle Denise Scruggs.
Gina Marie Vellante.
Matthew Joseph Hawkins.
Timothy Joseph Sagalski.
Jeanette Alicia Falcon.
Judith Dominique Bazemore.
Brandon Eugene Rudolph.
Cody Lee Scott.
Antonia Kellijor.
Tamra Lachey Childress.
Jonathan Christopher Pigeon.
Nicholas J. Frangiosa.
Danielle Louise Demito.
Yasmin Imani Toomer.
Rashid Matthews.
Anthony Jared Fladong.
Danielle Nicole Douglas.
Ciara Heath.
Jeffrey Washington.
Malik Williams.
Miracle Kendretta Lee.
Jessica Lynn Scurry.
Akeem Boyd.
Tyree Maurice Gardner.
Marion Lee.
Gianna Upchurch.
Prentice A. Amos.
Devontae Deshawn Brown.
Shauna Nicole Reynolds.
Montea Charday Stanford.
Edson Luisman.
Hakeem Boyd.
Brianna Shantae Johnson.
Treyana Lanier.
Desmond Curtis Houston.
Raymond J. Karpinski.
Andrea Dominique Mason.
Cheyenne Coleman.
Stephen Pham.
Ryan Andrew Dobbs Holland.
Shafan Kamare Holmes.
Jolynn Brown.
Brahim Rohrer.
Quincy J. Moultrie.
Charmaze Lynn Banks.
Antoinette Jones.
Dylan Michael Smith.
Logan Allen Dodson.
Charmel Alexis Lachey Williams.
Larkeisha Cynthia Ramsey.
Jamel Corbin.
Carmen William Preet.
Monique Allen.
Tatiana Liz Chapman.
Alex Valdovinos.
Pierre Antoine Allen.
Fallon Hisner.
Veridiana Rojas.
Raimundo Chavez.
Brian Joel Linez.
Horatia A. Crawford.
Selena Marie Robbins.
Benjamin Owen Roberts.
Brandon Scott Malone.
Rebecca Ritter.
Tori Douglas.
Lauren Lomax.
Jaquan Hargrove.
Shalia Elizabeth Scott.
Jessica Malane Denalfi.
Julian Thompson.
Aaron Lee Webb.
Jennifer Alicia Perkins.
Isabel Daniela Taylor.
Azariah Washington.
Marcus Allen Jackson.
Emily Rose Monteleone.
Bose Omo Ekpati. Richard J. White.
Chet Brasberger.
Caitlin Nicole Reed.
Jasmine Annette Griffin.
Neftali Santana.
Christopher Schock.
Tiara Kali Wharton.
Ruth Lizeth Pelayas.
Ryan Angelo Campbell.
Kevin Mark McClure Jr.
Janice Marie Alvarez.
Kainisha R. Gary.
Brandon Godoy.
Pablo Jimenez Green.
Kalia L. Chambers.
Victoria Anna Felix.
Lance Michael Filippi.
Derek Thomas Lumpkin.
Darielle Monet Washington.
Lorraine Harris.
Kevin Richard Laughlin.
Brandon Marshall.
Kim Beverly Cuellar.
Lizvette Molave.
Alexander E. Casano.
Troy Sterling Williams, Jr.
Guadalupe Mino.
Marisol A. Soriano.
James Crabb.
Scott William Majors.
Aaron Morris.
Lisa Fuller. Daniel L. Finneran.
Stephen Bennett.
Kiana Dazonia Wright.
India Grady.
Fernando Romero.
Markeith Pearson.
Mariah Alexis Waters.
Nancy Lopez Estrada.
James Edward Peterman.
Derek Black.
Courtney Ross.
Esther Jegaday.
Dimitri Aaron Suber.
Andre Maurice Allen.
Stephen Clark.
Mariah Tensley.
Keisha Shania Johnson.
Leonardo Dominique Colazzo.
Matthew Luis Evans.
Isabel Rojas.
Dominique Brown Dawkins.
Lawrence Thomas Cryer, Jr.
Jeremy Alexander Bandel.
Jamie Whaling.
Ronaldo Ford.
Marcus Anthony Stewart.
Christina Deweese.
Karina Fitzgerald.
Emmanuel Marugu. Marcus Hadrick.
Matthew Confer.
Maurice Hadrick.
Maureen McGuire.
Thomas John Kasmarek.
Solomon Blanks Gleaves.
I would now like to ask the members of the class of 2011 to please stand. On behalf of the faculty and administration of Norristown Area High School, I certify that the graduating members of the class of 2011 have satisfactorily completed the prescribed course of study as required by the Pennsylvania Department of Education and the Norristown Area School District. I present the graduating class of 2011.
On behalf of the Board of Education, they're not graduated yet. Not yet. On behalf of the Board of Education of the Norristown Area School District, I am pleased to accept the class of 2011 and declare these eligible students to be graduated.
And now, please rise and join the class of 2011 in the singing of our alma mater, followed by the recessional. You may find the verses of the alma mater in your commencement program.